Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2, and a lot of progress has been made in between episodes. God, I love being able to do stuff in advance. Then I can actually sit down and record multiple episodes, even though there's like a 5-hour gap in between what I finished doing in the last episode and what I started doing in this episode. Anyway, as you can see, I have been doing some work. As far as creatures go, I got Shinra and the Machina all to level 99. Those are the important ones. Unfortunately, Dear Chocobo and Heavy Soleil, you guys have been helpful, but we need to move on. And yes, I decided I would show you guys. I had captured him in my previous attempt at this. Unfortunately, when we were actually recording last time, I couldn't get it to work properly, but you can get Titus in your party. He doesn't come with the name Titus. He comes with 4 question marks or 5 question marks or whatever he did in the creature creator. I just renamed him to Titus. He's really not the greatest thing in the world. He's not horrible either. The thing is with creatures at this point is we can start to pretty much use whoever the hell we want. I'm only going to show kind of the ones that most people seem to agree are some of the better ones. Heavy Soleil is really good early on. Chocobo is really good earlier on. But at this point in the game, you're looking at Shinra and the 3 Machina, and for the most part, that's it. There are other good ones. Check the walkthrough on GameFAQs if you're interested in learning some more of them. I believe it's on the second page of his walkthrough there. Yes, the second page of KADFC's walkthrough on Creature Creator. When you do that, you can look at all the different characters and which ones are good and all that kind of good stuff. As far as what I've taught these guys, you will notice that they all have Vigor, Asuna, and Life, as well as Impale. Those are the main good abilities to have. The thing is, when you are starting to work on these guys, they don't have a lot of HP, and they don't seem like they'll be all that good. They need break damage in order to do much of anything, so the first thing I've done is I've got that set up for them, and I've also taught them all auto haste, by the way. They all come with ailment defense. Oh yeah, by the way, I do want to show this off since I don't think I was particularly clear last time. You can teach 4 auto abilities and 4 main commands. The ones in white are ones you can unlearn. Those are the ones you've taught with skills. These ones here are the ones that have been placed on there by garment grids, dress spheres, and accessories. Those ones do not count. Once you have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 4 of these, then luckily the enemies will no longer learn random abilities in the middle of battle, especially ones you don't want them to learn. So, I have still only beaten 4 of the battles there, and this is the point where things get kind of difficult, and this was the hardest part for me exploring into this and trying to learn about it, is how I was supposed to get from here to being able to beat Numerus and be able to farm, because like with most games, if you want to farm, you gotta farm the most difficult super boss in the entire game, at which point it's entirely pointless, but we're gonna do it anyway. I wasn't even sure if I would do it. I ended up just fiddling around and was able to do it that way. As far as leveling them up, give them AP eggs or, what's the other one we got there? Key to Success, which also doubles your experience, and fight the Dolmen enemies that I showed before. This is Joy to Keep. Now, I demonstrated this ability before by setting Escape to the different right sticks. In this case, I've set C, which is the default confirm action on the keyboard. And as you can see, I have selected auto repeat with 2 times per second. And so basically all I have to do is put a rubber band on the joystick and the game farms the experience itself and you don't even have to sit there. From where I was at like level 75 to 83, it's about 30 to 40 minutes and the game levels it up automatically as long as you got the double experience on. You're not gonna die. It's really, really easy. So I was able to set that up and make life a little bit easier. Now that we have the Machina, they are pretty much your go-to if you want to go through the majority of the Aeon, or not the Aeon Cup, but the Farplane Cup. Now here we've got the end garment grid for break damage limit, White Mage for Vigor and for Turbo White Magic, Iron Duke, Rabbit's Foot. The Rabbit's Foot is very, very, very important because we need luck if we're gonna survive, especially when we don't have perfect evasion yet. Here we have Auto Life, another thing that's going to help this strategy survive in the meantime. As I said, this was the most difficult part for me, was trying to figure out how to make this section work. This guy has Gun Mage for healing, Key to Success for even more luck, Ragnarok for Spell Spring, because you definitely want to be able to cast Auto Life, and they don't have much MP. Over here we got Peerless for critical, White Mage for Vigor, Iron Duke, and the Invincible to break damage limit. This is your high DPS one. So now that I've set that up, those ones are pretty much your best choice for just going through the Far Plane Cup in general. It allows you to get through most enemies relatively easily, including Trema. The thing is, sometimes the other guys will appear here. The way it works is you're relying primarily on Impale, which is a non-elemental ignoring defense attack, and it does a lot of damage. Unfortunately, one of my guys does not have access to turn on the damage there. Does not have access to break damage, but he's the one casting Auto Life, so I want him doing that most of the time anyway. So with this party, I'm able to beat pretty much everyone except for Major Numerus with a relative amount of reliability. You still have to kind of be there to monitor them because they're stupid and they'll start doing nothing instead of, healing the one they're supposed to heal. And the I was hoping Trema would make it through so I could demonstrate that. But the idea here is that if you continue to fight in... kill you real fast here. Unfortunately, they're a little slow right now. They don't have the most amount of speed in the world. So they're not the best party in the world now, but we can fix that. But you can see how much damage they're dealing right now. It is really high-end damage, able to take down enemies relatively quickly, even faster than Shinra at times. That will change. Not that they'll only be... not that Shinra's going to get faster than them, that these guys are going to get way faster than they are. But the idea here is you keep doing it. The random item that you get from the tournament there will either be a Ragnarok, a Key to Success, a Force of Nature, or another Iron Duke. Other than the Ragnarok, which we already have plenty of, we would really like to finish this guy off real fast. There's Genesis. I probably shouldn't have done that. Well, we survived. Yeah, 4 times fast forward, probably not the smartest thing I've ever done, but there you go. We won. But yeah, you can get one of those 3 good items and the Ragnarok, which we don't need. Force of Nature, we will want to have at least 3 of, and Key to Success, we will also want at least 3 of. Iron Dukes, well, even though it's the best accessory in the game, it's not really the one we're going for. And I will explain that later. And of course, that's the one we get. But, whatever. It's better than some of the stuff I have, and I can actually replace one of their pieces of equipment now with that. You... Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the Iron Duke. And I'm going to give you the Key to Success. Yeah, that's the one. That boosts all of our stats a little bit. There we go. So that's good there. Let's see here. Battle Simulator. Let's show them taking down Trema, which they can do. Trema, for some reason, is on the page with all the Aeons. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but... So yeah, they can do a lot of damage. They don't take so much damage from Trema right now, but eventually Trema will do the thing that made it almost impossible for Shinra to beat him on his own. And that will be when he decides to start casting spells. When he starts casting spells, we're in trouble. Which, Demi, not worried about Demi. Demi's not going to kill us. Let's beat the crap out of him some more. Once the guy gets smart, starts throwing auto life on at least one person, we're probably good to go. If you cast more auto life, even better. Okay. When he starts casting the Hymn of the Faith, he's going to use Meteor. Definitely lower things down. You want to take as little damage from possible because he can wipe out your whole party. This is why everybody has life. There's auto life in action. Now leave it on low, which will force them to heal themselves. And then he's going to cast Demi. He can also cast Ultima, which does a lot of damage. I'm going to keep the thing low there till we get enough HP. And then we can start doing more damage to this guy. He uses Meteor twice, when he hits 50% HP and when he hits, I think 75%, like he's done 75% of his HP. And I think when he's got like 15% HP left, he'll cast Ultima unless you kill him fast enough. Casting Ultima.
Release your past.
Yep, you're casting Ultima. So he got Ultima off, so we can even go down all the way to here if we want, just to try and avoid as much damage as possible. There we go. There's White Wind, and we should be able to finish him off.
Be flung onto the far plane.
Well, there's Meteor again, so let's try and protect against that. Yeah, he hits with so many meteors that it's almost impossible for two enemies to survive. Alright, so just finish him off. He's almost dead anyway. So there we go. That's how you beat Trema. You can beat him in the cup relatively easily. That allows us to farm a number of different things. Speaking of farming, that is the point I want to get in next, because you're going to want to farm some items for later, and I would like to talk about how it is you want to do that. I'm not going to show every single part of it, and in fact, you know what? I'm not even going to switch up to the girls. If you want to farm 3 stars, we want to fight Omega, and I went the wrong way for that, because Omega's way down the line. Yeah, so there he is. You fight Omega. I believe it's the Omega when he's not oversold, I think, that gets you, when you bribe him, you can get 3 stars, and you can get a whole whack ton of them. So there's a way of getting that. If you want to get star curtains, lunar curtains, or light curtains, then, let's see here, you want to... Nope, you're going the wrong way. Want to find some chocobos. Let's see if I... Nope. Which one? Was it this one? No, there we go. This is the battle you want to fight here. A chocobo with 2 armets. The armets normally will drop light curtains or lunar curtains, depending. So you can kill them. You can also mug them to get some along the way, and I will show little bits about how that would work. Let's see. The other way of getting star curtains, since you probably have less of those, is... Where are they? No, I have this guy around here somewhere. I would like to show him off. There we go. The Varan enemies in this battle, if you bribe them, you get a whole whack ton of star curtains. So there's your your reflect if you need to be able to cast that without switching things up. Once you get those, you should be good to go. I think the Eras guy also can drop some kind of curtain. I can't remember which one off the top of my head. If you want... Nope, too far. If you want more of the stamina tonics, you get a mug and kill Jumbo Cactuar. If he oversouls, you'll get a Rabbite's Foot, so you don't really want that. If you just fight him normally, then chances are you're going to get more stamina tonics, so that's good. At least I think that's how it works. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. If you want Dark Matters, and I will explain why you would want Dark Matters, you want to either kill Paragon, and you want the rare drop from him, or you want to kill Trema. If you can kill Trema, he gives more of them. Again, you'll want the rare drop. Let's see what else here. I think normally Trema will drop Dark Matters, but he drops more as a rare drop. If If you want Mega Phoenixes, we need to find a birdie. Where is that birdie at? There we go. The root enemy. This guy, do we need him to oversoul? Nope, you just need to bribe him, or you could kill him as well. Either one would work. I think you get more if you bribe him, but you get Mega Phoenixes from him, so you can stock up your supply there. If you would like Mega Elixirs, we can get those as well. One of them is from the Earthworm here. You need to bribe him, I believe, when he's oversold? No. Nope. Normally you'll be able to get them. I think if you oversold, you get something different. The other way you can do it is you can kill, where are they here? Nuge, Barreleye, or Gipple, or the X-Crimson Squad has all three of them. If you can survive that, that's a much more difficult battle. And the Machina team doesn't do particularly well there because they don't get their attacks in while a lot of them are casting, and almost all the time, one of them, or two of them, or three of them will be casting something, and the battle drags on. Not a lot of fun. So there you go. There's how you get all of those items that you'll probably want if you're going to, want to fight with characters. But if you don't want to fight with characters, say you want to get a whole whack ton of money. If you look at the amount of money I have, I've got about 2 million. That's not too much. Let's get out of here for a quick sec. Get out of the way. If we go over here, we can go down to the Calmlands. You can get these anywhere. This is just the closest one to a save point, because the shop is right here. We go here, and we can buy things. Titanium Banjals. Let's max those out. The way that this works is if you want to power up your creatures, then you can use accessories. Where is it? Alright. I gotta go organize my accessories again because, of course, they're way out of order. There we go. Much better. You have max, you have max. There we go. You can use Titanium Banjals on a 1 per basis to give additional HP to some of your creatures. Now, you're really going to want to break HP limit for this to matter, but once you do, you can build up a lot of HP. It just takes a while. And you can use Joy to Key to do this as well. I basically set up actually, no, I didn't use Joy to Key. I used my Razor Synapse to set up a macro that basically went, okay, go, press this, press the C key, press the up key, press the C key, press the C key, press the up key, over and over and over again, so that I could just do this on autopilot and I didn't have to worry about it. Let's see, what else? So you can do that if you want to do that, and you probably will want to do that if you want to use the Machina team. I will get into more about that in a minute, but if you keep buying 99 over and over and over again, you can see it cost me about 300,000 gil. You're going to run out of money pretty quickly. So what's the best way to farm money? Okay, let's go into the equipment, and I have a couple of things I would like to show off here. Let's see, where is it? First of all, Ray of Hope. You want this equipped if you're going for rare drops, because what Butterfingers does is it guarantees you a rare drop. This is the only way in the game to guarantee a rare drop, and it is ridiculously good. You definitely want this. The other thing you'll want to do is, where is it? I know I've got another garment grid around here that I want to show. There we go. The Horn of Plenty. The Horn of Plenty gives you the Gillionaire effect. If you equip all 3 of your Machina with these, and then go into battle, the other thing you'll want to do is equip somebody, and that's not going to be there. If you equipped, I think it's... Who's got the... That one. No. So let's go back to these guys. I just want to be sure that I'm not going to screw this up here. First steps. Yeah, so grants the user mug. So you give this to one of your Machina, and then they will mug the upcoming enemy in the same battle that you're trying to farm money in. And when you mug this enemy, you get, I think it's an Oath Veil, which you can sell for 2,000 gil. So it's a little more money. The other thing you'll want to give somebody is the ability to mug gil, or to steal gil, which I believe is... Yeah, it comes when you use the Hornet Planet Garment Grid. So you basically set up your Machina. They'll use whichever ones they want to use. Usually somebody will nab gil, somebody will mug, and somebody will just use Impale and kill the damn thing. No, I don't want that on right now. I will demonstrate this after. You had the end, and you had White Mage, I believe. Yes. Okay, so once you've got those all set up, come in here, Creature Creator. And let's see, we want to be able to farm as much money as possible. And again, you can use the same method I was talking about with the C key and Joyta key and get it all set up that way. Go to Battle Simulator, and I think you're right here, the Machina Panzer. There are other enemies you can fight as well that will do this for you, but I find this guy is probably the easiest because he dies in seconds. Unfortunately, he has a death animation, which does take a little bit of time, and you can't fast forward through the death animations. In fact, you don't even need fast forward for this because your characters are going to kill him almost instantly anyway. Normally, you get 20,000. If you do all, and you get a Crystal Banjal, which is also going to help because in addition to the Titanium Banjal increasing HP, the Crystal Banjal does as well. If you equipped all those things I said, then you'll get 80,000 instead. So 80,000 per battle, plus a Crystal Banjal, which is also useful, plus an Oath Veil that you can mug from them if the guys are using mug. And you get a good amount of money per run through. You can hold down the button, basically, as I've done here. You can't see it, but I'm just holding the joystick. I don't even have to press the button. I can put an item on there, or a rubber band on there, and it holds it there, and I don't have to do anything. I walk away. The only downside to that is because you're emulating the keyboard, you can't minimize the game and do that. So you have to leave it running and go do something else. Whether that's on your phone or, you know, go watch a movie or something like that. You shouldn't have to do this for very long, but it does get you a lot of money really quickly and allows you to increase the amount of HP that your guys have. But since we're increasing the HP that our guys have, we need some way of breaking the HP limit so that they can actually demonstrate all of that additional HP. Okay, we've set ourselves up, and we want to be able to get those Machina the ability to break HP limit. Now, there is an accessory that does this. I can't remember if I ever got it over the course of the game or not. I don't have one now, so either I did get it and I used it, or not. The Invincible breaks damage limit. We want to be able to farm these, and we want to be able to also farm the Enterprise ability, which is break HP limit. In order to get those, we need to fight somebody in particular. Peerless, White Mage, Force of Nature, we want the elemental protection. Iron Duke right now. Later on we'll want something else, but I need the stats. Just need the stats. Yuna, Valiant Luster for some additional defense. Alchemist, which means she's squishy as all hell. Iron Duke for survivability. Key to Success. Now this is a toss-up. Either use Key to Success or use another Force of Nature. The way I'm playing this is you've only beaten the first 4 levels or the first 4 Farplane Cup tournaments, so you don't have access to anything beyond the 2 Iron Dukes, 1 Force of Nature, and 1 Key to Success. Because this is the situation you're going to be stuck with, trying to farm things and not being able to do it. This is where I struggled a lot, so I want to be able to show this off. The other thing you'll want to do is in items, we want to sort manually. We want to... No, you need to stay there. I need something. Where is it? Anyone who's played this game knows what I'm doing. Battle Simulator. Let's see if we can take this guy down now, eh? Yeah, a little bit of cutting magic here. This is for all the times you made stupid jokes. All the flirting with Yuna. You deserve death. And he learned something while dying. I have been waiting all game long to do that. Okay, now we'll do it properly. Okay, I couldn't resist. I had to do that. All right, mix. We want to mix, and where the hell is it? A dark matter with a potion. If this works. The other thing you may want to use here is a ribbon. Depending, like how you set up unit, all kind of determines how this is going to play out. This is the only way we can beat Major Numerus right now. We can do it with Shinra by himself, but it's risky. So, yeah, usually that's what's going to happen. When that happens, we basically need Shinra to be smart, and Shinra is going to have to both heal himself and revive unit and hope that we can get that off.
Prepare to meet your doom.
This is very much a crapshoot. I also tried using a different ability or a different garment grid with Yuna, one that gives her whatever it is, first strike, because if she has first strike, she has a better chance of getting off her ability, as opposed to, you know, the mix that I want to get off right at the start of battle. It's not always going to happen, but sometimes you can get lucky. It's a real crapshoot, and because Major Numerus has 4 different heads, oftentimes he's going to get 4 attacks in before you get to even make a move. Now, we're going to leave our stars on low and hope that he uses Vigor. And that is going to annihilate everybody. Well, annihilate Yuna anyway. Now, Almighty Shinra has Spell Spring, so it doesn't matter how much of that he has. He has Auto Haste, so it doesn't matter how much dispel they use. He's got Ailment Protection, stop wasting your turn. He's got Ailment Protection, so won't be hit by anything like that. Holy will heal us. And that Fulmin attack is elemental based, so you need or at least a Tetra Bracelet if you want to absorb that. So we definitely want to be able to absorb that. Shinra can win on his own, it is possible, but one of the heads will cast Shell and later Protect. Stop wasting your turn! And now you're casting an attack spell with 1 star. Lovely! The game is stupid. But one of the other heads will also be able to protect, or
I've just been
cast
toying with you up
Protect.
to now.
And Protect will reduce the amount of damage we do with Cleon. We don't do as much damage as possible, we're screwed. So there's Vigor. Now do some reviving. Now Sparkler and Fireworks usually won't hit, but you need a high amount of luck and evasion, and he needs Iron Dukes in order to have enough evasion and luck to survive. The other thing that works well in this case is Key to Success, which also gives you the ability, let's see if we can get lucky, which also gives you that kind of survival. Well, Yuna's dead again. Unfortunately, this is the way the battle tends to go, and it's unfortunate because Yuna really makes the battle a lot easier when she can actually get that mix off in time. But as you can see, this battle is not easy. You need max stats basically just to survive. And you need break HP limit in order to survive some of his attacks. So we'll see if we can get as much damage as possible out of here. Go. Go down, make sure you heal. Hopefully you do some reviving. So now he's got Protect up. Now my damage is cut in half, which is unfortunate. As opposed to just having a Tetra Bracelet, it's nice to have the Force of Nature, which allows us to absorb Demi and Holy as well. Not that Holy does that much, but it's nice to be able to absorb Demi.
Prepare to meet your doom.
So yeah, our damage is going to go way downhill here. And unfortunately, oh, I think I took one of them out. So you're going to heal. You're going to cast Life. This is the one you definitely want to be protected against. It does a lot of damage if you're on 5 stars. Okay, looks like he's going to do that. That does a decent amount of damage and some status effects. I'm not sure which ones. Doesn't matter. You should have Ribbon in this fight or basically nothing. Okay, that one is elemental based. If you put it on higher stars, you'll get healed more by it. So just kind of be aware of that. So there's Sparkler. There's Bio, which I'm not worried about. He can cast Break, which I am worried about. And Fireworks. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh well.
I've just been toying with you up to now.
So basically, unfortunately, fighting Major Numerus at lower levels and without more gear and without better stats is a very slow process. It takes quite a while just to kind of stay alive and deal the damage. Once you kill one of the heads, it'll like move itself up into the air like a snake, and then it will, and then it dies off and disintegrates off the body. So once we're able to do that, we're in a little bit better shape. There you go. You saw it there. That one disintegrated. We got one head down. This is a good thing. There's that. And if I can get this off, then we're in survivability mode. And there's Ultima. That's not going to help matters. Basically, I want to show this fight twice with these two. This way, pretty much where it never works and you get screwed over and you'll never get it to use the ability you want to use.
I've just been toying with you up to now.
And basically Shinra does everything himself, which is doable. It's just not guaranteed. Ooh, yeah, I got another one. Excellent. Oops. If you lower your stars with Vigor, then you'll get healed less by it. Same with Demi. If you increase the amount of stars, you get more healing out of it. So you pretty much have to micromanage Shinra by playing around with the joysticks. Two are down. We're actually going to do this. Black Sky doesn't matter. You want to make sure you've taught the appropriate abilities to Shinra. Make sure he has 4 auto abilities and 4 command abilities. And that will ensure that he doesn't learn Meteor or Ultima in this fight, which you don't want him to learn, and you don't want him to use. Alright, now, the reason why Fireworks sometimes misses is a combination of Evade and Luck. If you have enough of either of them, if you have enough of both of them, he'll never hit you with that. So, you can hope for that, but early on, you're not going to be able to get it. There's some Vigor, and I'm not worried about that. And now you're going to cast Life. Okay, you insist. There's Ultima again. Take down our stars. I'm going to have to go off screen to fight this guy again, but I want to be able to demonstrate what happens if Yuna gets her ability off and kind of how that works.
I've just been toying with you up to now.
But this should be the last attack. Hopefully you're able to take this guy down now, and we can see what we get out of this process. There we go. Hardest super boss in the game. Beating it with creatures? A lot easier than beating it with YRP. In fact, I still haven't even beat it with YRP. I haven't actually tried. Each of the heads has a common drop. The common drop is 1 Enterprise or 1 Invincible. The rare drop is 5 fucking Iron Dukes. Remember I said something about the Ray of Hope Garment Grid and guaranteeing rare drops?
I've just been toying with you up to now.
Okay, wow, first try. That I did not expect that to happen. Okay, I'll take that. Miracle Drink makes us both invulnerable. I win the fight. The rest of the fight, I win. I don't have to do anything. Now, the thing is with this, you can still get healed, but you won't take any damage. All damage that should be done to you will either miss or just will be guarded. So this is how you're supposed to be. And as I said, before we made a cut there, and I'm going to turn on fast forward here. Do note that sometimes the frame rate will mess up when you are in fast forward in this fight. That's why I'm only using 2 times and not 4 times. It screws up less, especially when they're using their special moves and Shinra's using his. But the idea here is that when you have the Ray of Hope Garment Grid on, you don't have the Peerless Garment Grid, so you don't have auto critical. Critical allows all of your attacks to deal double damage. So yeah, since we don't have that, and Yuna's unfortunately confused, but that doesn't really matter at this point. So yeah, it's going to take a little longer to win the fight, but we guarantee to get our rare drops, and Yuna's stupid. Go to sleep, Yuna. You can sleep for the rest of the fight, that's fine. But yeah, this is basically what you're hoping will happen, because then you just turn the thing on 5 stars and you walk away, the fight does itself. The thing with this is Iron Dukes. You think, well, why the hell are we getting 5 Iron Dukes from the game Super Boss? Why would we need them at that point? This game, this is the best you can hope for. Is Yuna gets berserked and she just keeps attacking instead of, getting confused or wasting her turn or something like that. She can get petrified in this fight, but don't really worry about that. We're not getting her experience through this. We just want to get her to use Miracle Drink, and then her job is done. Shinra can do the rest. But yeah, why would you want Iron Dukes if you're, already beating the most powerful boss in the game? And why would you need so many? 5. Why would you put on a garment grid so that each one of them drops 5 each? Not kidding. Again, not kidding. Why would you do that? Well, you saw that we could raise our HP before, right? What do you think we could do with something that raises all of our stats instead of just our HP? That's what we're going to find out in the next episode. We're going to go over how abusive you can get in this game. And the thing is, I won't go all the way. Like, you can max out your HP at 99,999. I've seen it. Go check YouTube. You can watch it too. It's usually done with the Machina. You don't need to do that much. I will go into more detail in the next episode when we actually get into it proper. But I just want Shinra to be able to take these guys down so we can demonstrate something. One more thing I would like to do before we finish off this episode here. Well, a couple of things, kind of. They tie in together. So yeah, 20 Iron Dukes. That is ridiculous and basically turns the end of the game into a pointless mess of farming. Yes, you're farming against the most powerful boss in the game, so you're really farming to fight nobody at this point, but you're farming to make your farming go faster. God, this game so should have been on the Play Store, or the App Store, or whatever, and been filled with microtransactions. You know exactly what they would do if it was made today. Let's go organize our team here. Let's go Creature. Let's take a look at you. Accessories. Iron Dukes. Increases all parameters, most of them by 10. And then HP by however much. So yeah, basically what this is go waste your time farming for Iron Dukes so you can max out your stats. And once you max out your stats, you never take any real damage. So there's that. We've maxed out Shinra's stats. One other thing that you'll have to be prepared for is when you have, let's see here, when you have the Ray of Hope on, you automatically get the Dismissal ability. There's no way to get rid of it. Dismissal really isn't all that good, so just hope he doesn't use it and uses Cleon most of the time. For me, he usually does. So anyway, now that we have that, we don't need the Iron Duke on anymore. Instead, we want the Key to Success. And now we've lowered our stats, so we go back into Creature and we increase the amount of stats that he has once again. And basically, it's a rinse and repeat. You keep doing this for a long, long time Eventually, you get all your stats maxed for this guy, but that's not the only guy you want to increase things on. Remember, when we started doing this, we specifically went to get Enterprises. Allows health to exceed max. So we can break HP limit. And then we can break HP limit with you. And then when I get another one, we can break HP limit with you. And we also want to teach break damage limit. Once we're able to do that, then, let's see, was there anything else? Oh yeah, by the way, smooth sailing increases all stats by 5 if you want to do that too. You don't care about that accessory anymore, you can get rid of that. All of the stat increases that you provide to your characters via sacrificing items, those carry over to new game. Which means you can have a level 1 character with max stats. And I did. So, there you go. Basically, the idea here now is to farm against Numerus until you have enough break HP and break damage limits to increase your Machina so that they have both break HP and break damage limit. Once they get that, you'll want everybody on the Peerless Garment grid with the White Mage Dress Sphere, and as far as accessories to go, you'll either want a Force of Nature, or you can make do if you don't have enough with a Tetra Bracelet. And for your second accessory, you're going to want, let's see here, the Key to Success. And if you're going to farm those, you're going to want to go through the Far Plane Cup more and more. So what I recommend doing is farm with Shinra against Numerus until you get enough break HP and break damage limits to power up all of your Machina. Then farm money. When you farm money, you can increase their HP by going to the Comlands, buying the Titanium Bangles, using the Crystal Bangles that we were getting from the battle where we were getting all the money, and just keep feeding them over and over and over again. Oop, no, I didn't want to equip that, but let's actually go back in there. Now, the other thing I want to talk about before going too much further here, where is another Iron Duke? So we have 55,000 HP. Let's go into Creature real quick. Shinra. Accessories. We get 48 HP right now. Let's unequip those for a second. Yes, the game is evil this way. The amount of HP you get from accessories, no, I did not want to go that far out, is based on the current amount of HP that you have, or the current maximum that you have. Because now we only get 16. So equip 2 things like Crystal Bangles or something to give you 100 increased HP whenever you're increasing your stats by this, so that you get the most out of your money. Anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to go over for today. That is how you start your process. Hope that Yuna gets Miracle Drink off. If she doesn't, then you can either fight him normally or run away. It's entirely up to you. Remember that Shinra has life. He can keep reviving her, and hopefully she will be able to survive. Once you've got more Iron Dukes, you can give her 2 of them, give her more survivability. The other thing you can do is you can give her a Force of Nature so she absorbs elemental damage, because she still doesn't have a lot of HP to survive things. Like if she gets hit with something like Fireworks, which ignores defense, she's dead anyway. If she gets hit by any of the other special abilities, she's dead anyway because she doesn't have enough HP. So Force of Nature might be better. The other thing that you might want to put on her at times is a ribbon. And that will just mean that she doesn't get petrified while she's attempting to, use Miracle Drink. Now, I already went over how we farmed the Dark Matter, so you know how to get that. We know how to beat Numerus, we know how to beat Trema, we know how to farm money, we know how to farm our basic items. And when I come back, I should have some more of many of these things. There are also accessories to farm, but I will be waiting till next time to go over that. Anyway, that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time, as I said, we're going to show how to do some of the other accessory farming that you'll want to do to teach specific abilities to some of your monsters. And then we're going to just show maxing out our stats. That's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.